The most important media outlet in the country right now.
Welcome to The Watering Hole. This is episode 96.
It's late.
Oh, my Lord.
It is late.
We've been sitting at this table for a good 2 hours, I think,
Fuck
ready to go.
technology.
Yeah,
You know, you think you buy like
stuff.
the most kind of basic user-friendly podcast setup,
Yeah.
and then we still manage to find a way to fuck it up.
Look, more importantly, I feel like I've been looking at these beers for 2 hours, so they're probably warm now. But
I'm just going to make you hold off just for a second.
don't do it.
I have to.
Don't fucking do
I
it.
have to.
Don't
And I know
get between me and my brewskis.
We're going to talk about him in a minute, but we have to thank the Premier, Peter Malinauskas.
Please,
We have to thank Big Swing Golf Mile End.
always.
And now, Whitey, you can take it away.
Pirate Life, please cheer me up. Hot crack.
Oh, I've got the tip of the crack this week.
Goddamn idiot. We
You
had
go.
2.5 hours.
You go.
This is my Pirate Life hot crack.
It's a bit warm.
Oh, that was nice. I've got the tip of the crack.
Yeah.
Steve had the last one. My tip of the crack, really quickly, Grant Horvat and Phil Mickelson.
Oh, yeah. Fair. Good call.
It's one of the greatest bromances in golf.
Yeah.
But my tip of the crack is
What
to
a
Phil.
beautiful love story we have.
No, it's lovely.
If you haven't seen the latest video, I'm not really spoiling much because this has been on socials anyway. But the gift, Phil Mickelson's gift of
Yeah, equity.
in for wellness.
That's right. Yeah.
to Grant Horvat. So tip of the
Beautiful.
crack, Phil Mickelson.
Very nice.
Nice one.
I'm gonna probably get through this real quick and open the second.
Yeah, so we've been sitting here looking at each other's stupid faces for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been losing it.
Yeah,
By the way,
you've been cranky.
I don't like technology.
I'm
when
good
it when it doesn't play ball.
Yeah, I think that doesn't rub him the
Yeah.
right way.
No,
if
no.
he's super cranky
my
and you're,
positivity annoys him.
yeah, come on guys, we can turn this around.
But I said manifest.
But
you did.
And are we on air?
But
We're here.
I always have a good time when we're on the podcast and
Yeah,
we're
it's
talking
true.
to each other.
That's
you know,
true.
it automatically feels better now, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
What a lovely event here.
Let's have a bun of that.
And I got my
Shout out
new
Sushi Mango.
Oh yeah.
I got my new pink shirt on.
I got a pink range goats.
There you go.
I'm
There you
not
go.
wearing any pink. No, I'm not.
We got a fair bit to talk
We've got a
about.
bit to talk about
Yeah. What a week it was last week for us.
for the podcast.
Yeah.
Should we start with our
Yes.
man over here in
And
pink?
hey, this is me extending the flowers. I'm giving you the flowers. You did really well on the podcast. Going solo, representing us. You did well. And like I said, I enjoy the ones that I'm not on because they're the ones that I listen to. But yeah, I was really good.
I tell you what, I was nervous when we had
Yeah.
Pat Perez on.
Sure.
This was next level.
And
He's an intimidating figure.
He's imposing.
That's the word.
we're
Yeah.
talking
Not
about
intimidating.
He's not
imposing.
intimidating. No, he's definitely not intimidating because
By the
It
way-
makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Imposing. That's
Yeah.
in case people don't know who we're talking about. Who are we talking about?
we're talking about the man who gave us the soundbite, Premier Peter Malinauskas,
Now,
episode number
94.
so check it out.
is it 94?
94.
Is it?
We're on 96 now, aren't we?
Yes.
94.
I think that episode as well. Even though Pete, I've only met him
Pete. I
briefly.
I love that you called him
Yeah.
Pete.
It's Pete. You know, we got each other's numbers. No. Even though he's super down to earth, super nice, chill guy, it's still, I feel like there's a bit more of an interview kind of vibe. I mean, he's the premier, so
I'm dripping here. It's pirate life's going in.
fucking
Yeah, my chin. Sorry, you go.
falling apart at the seams.
Sorry, I went just quickly to interrupt because obviously we do the YouTube videos now and we
Yeah.
record them. If someone just sees me wiping my chin,
Yeah.
but then I remember we released this on Spotify, so no one would have heard it if I didn't bring it up.
You're a mess woman.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, thank you very much for
Sorry, I'm
interrupting
just-
my
You were.
I'm just covering all bases.
Yeah,
here.
yeah, good. What was I saying?
You were talking about the Premier.
Yes, he's a good guy.
I'm
You
so
ruined,
sorry.
you
No, you're
ruined
good.
his flow.
I'm so sorry.
But yeah. That's
Yeah,
about it.
it was nerve. Like we went up to his office,
Yeah,
and then you talk about tech issues tonight. I had a tech issue there, so he's sitting there.
So I knew it was his fault.
yeah. It's okay.
No, it wasn't to
No,
do with.
I'm joking.
Like he had his media guy Nick Harmsen, who I can't thank enough as well.
Yeah.
He was sitting in there as well, and then my computer just wouldn't it wouldn't turn on. So like they're both there, and I'm like, I need to get this started.
Yeah.
But no, can't thank him enough for his time. He was.
It's all
We went overtime,
Yeah.
but it was all good. He was
So
having fun.
you showed him the
Showed him the clip.
what we put it at the start of
he
every
loved it,
episode.
yeah.
He loved that. That was
Loved
good.
it, and he gave us another seal of approval. Retained the status.
Yeah.
Just a couple of key points.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
some big
from the
points.
episode. Obviously, do go listen to it. I'm not going to give too much away, but just a couple of things. Obviously, for those that have heard it, discussion points was when you asked the question about were we close to losing it, and he said, obviously there was a point of tension about retaining or being the exclusivity of having Adelaide. A couple of comments, obviously, on not many, but on our social saying about wanting more events across in Australia. It's interesting because I think it would be still just as successful, but he's right. It would take away a lot of the travel that comes into South Australia.
Might water it down a little bit.
And that's the thing, I guess, for them is what they're looking at. I mean, for us as fans, as golf fans, and I think as golf fans across Australia, a second event would be cool. I mean, even for us, it might mean that we would travel ourselves.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
For the Premier, I guess he's obviously looking, going, well, we got it here. We were the ones that backed it in and
took the risk.
From what I gathered from that chat was that was something that was a real sticking point for him, and obviously something that he kind of battled hard with to make sure that it stayed the only event. Look, New Zealand, let's get New Zealand happening.
Yeah.
That can be the event that we can travel to.
Absolutely.
That'd be nice.
Anything else you took away from that?
Oh, there was a big thing I took away from that.
There
was
was big news.
I asked the cheeky question.
Yes.
See, I said to Chris, I said, just be cheeky with Pete.
Yeah. Just throw it out there.
Pete loves, just a bit of banter.
Yeah.
Just see what happens. And Chris asked the question.
So what was the question and what was the result?
Well, the question was, is there anything we can do? Is there any way that we can get a watering hole spot on the Live Pro-Am in 2026? No hesitation.
Yeah.
He gave us the spot. Well, he asked us if you could play.
Yeah.
So Steve's going to represent the watering hole at the Pro-Am.
I'm going to carry the bag.
2026.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge.
And Whitey's going to be my video coach.
Yeah. I'm going to be your swing coach behind the video.
You're going to be the Kevin Kirk of the team.
Oh, yeah.
Now, instant nerves.
We're so far away.
You know what I love, though? You know what I love?
What's that?
When he looked down the barrel and he's like, is Steve going to be down the barrel? Now, if you don't par the watering hole.
It's done.
Yeah. That's
I'm a
huge.
man of my word. It's done.
No, that's so fun. So good.
So now, we've got another 12 months
Yeah.
of
To get you into tip-top
to
shape.
get me into tip-top shape.
Now, we both committed to this about getting some lessons together.
Although I did think about this.
Oh,
I kind of feel like, do you think that lessons could take me the other way to begin with? Like I can go backwards?
A little bit, but I think it's going to...
You got 12 months, man.
You got 12 months. I think the big thing here is we got to stop talking about getting lessons and we just got to do it, hey.
Oh.
I think we're at that point.
Aggressive shit annoys me.
How many weeks are we going to talk about this?
Just because he's the lesson guy.
I've had 5 total lessons.
That's it. You're coming to lessons.
You know what I love though is that when we talked about the Pro-Am, Steve getting his Pro-Am spot.
Yeah.
Instantly started talking about I wonder who he's going to get to play with and started that
Oh,
conversation.
yeah.
And then his initial was like, I've got to get like the full kit of the team that I'm playing with.
Okay. So this year at the Pro-Am,
Yeah.
they had, as we know, because like Spud, who's been a guest on the podcast as well, Stephen Alderson,
Shout out.
he was technically a part of Team Legion 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So each of the teams, they had a Pro-Am team.
Yeah.
Which was sick.
I really hope it's Legion and he dresses as John Rahm.
Actually, yeah, I'm on board with this. I think you should be whatever team. When will you find out who you're playing with?
I don't think it'll be late in the piece.
Yeah, it wouldn't be probably until
I think
a couple of weeks before.
I think
then.
that'd be really funny if you wear like every piece of merchandise you can get.
Yeah.
Every piece.
Oh, I was saying to Chris, if I get the email and it says your team Legion 13 or your team 4 Aces or team
Yeah.
Stinger or whatever,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
It's like I've been drafted to that team. All the merch.
Is there any team you hope you're not on?
Oh,
No, I'm joking.
although, could you imagine?
Yeah.
You rock up in the full kit, you just look like the biggest tosser.
That's the point, though. That's
yeah,
what-
but I think
Yeah.
that you can kind of play that off.
I think at least the hat. I'm gonna wear the hat.
So you're gonna wear the full team kit, and you're gonna dress up as a caddy from the Masters.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
see, See,
Yeah.
we talked about this, and
come on,
February it's gonna be way too hot for me to wear a white jumpsuit.
it's all about the
No, I think I
It's the
join.
fairy tale of it.
No,
Yeah,
I think I join him and go full team.
team kit
Try and
on
get
the back.
try and get the bib.
Nah, I want you in
Nah.
the full white
I
suit.
think of the white suit.
Okay, we can go
And you have
like
to eat a pimento sandwich on every hole.
we can go like a shorts version of it.
Do you reckon you could eat 18 pimento cheese sandwiches?
They're pretty good.
So yeah, that's the
Yeah.
big
So
news.
please go check out episode 94 with Premier Peter Malinauskas.
Yeah,
And
and
that's,
thank you again to
Yeah,
Peter
can't
for
thank him
coming on.
enough.
And for the invite to the Pro-Am, I wait the formal invitation.
Yeah,
It may not come, but
he may not be a man of his word. I doubt that though.
He's
But,
very much a man of
but
his
if
word.
Definitely.
if it doesn't, it's certainly a good talking point. Will get me excited and training and getting me to
Well,
lessons.
if nothing
If
else
it does happen, goddamn,
Yeah,
look
yeah.
out, everyone, because ball's going to be spraying everywhere at Grange.
Yeah. I'm gonna wear a helmet.
you know what? You just fantasize for a second.
Yeah, okay.
He hits a hole in one on the watering hole.
I will erupt. I will be naked. I'll get kicked out of the live event.
If
Okay, let's make a bet.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I'd pretty much do anything if you did that. So what do you want?
Don't say that to your brother. That's
With that
weird.
look in your eye.
with,
Don't
that,
look at me like that.
with that twinkle in your eye.
With that pirate love dripping down your chin.
Well, I had the Pat Perez bet, the
Yeah.
tattoo bet.
Mm.
Well, you got to come up with something.
If you sink a hole in one,
I want to say something, but I know that you guys go, yeah, that's it.
okay. If you
I'll get Peter Malinauskas' signature on tattooed on there.
if you get,
I mean, I'll do
hole
that
in
next
one,
week
I'll
anyway.
get Steve tattooed to me in bold letters. No,
I think I would definitely get some kind of funny tattoo.
Just get one that says "Thank you, Mr. Premier."
It's got to be something to do. Like if it was on the if it was on the watering hole,
Yeah.
I'd have to get.
I'd probably get
someone-
our logo tattooed on me.
I mean, hell, I'd probably get tattooed.
Let's just get tattooed.
Let's just
guys.
get tattooed.
Yeah.
We get matching tattoos,
Yeah,
guys. Come
why
on.
Maybe that's the bet.
Okay,
If he
that-
hits one, we all go.
Look, that's a talking point. We'll discuss it as it comes up. But
Yeah.
Feel
super
free to-
exciting. Now this triggers something I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little idea.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Road to the Pro-Am.
Oh yeah.
So I'll park that there.
Yep.
But road to the Pro-Am.
Yeah.
Just
We've
keep that
talked.
in your mind.
We've
Steve
talked
gets
about.
fit.
We've talked. We've
Let's
talked
get
about.
jacked.
Hey, good joke.
We've talked about this, and there is some stuff around road to the Pro-Am.
Mm.
So that was Peter Malinauskas,
Mm,
episode 94.
So that was, a Wednesday. What do we do on Thursday? Oh, wait, was that Tuesday? I don't know.
It
man.
was Thursday.
Yeah.
No, it was
That was
Premier
Wednesday.
was Wednesday.
Mhm.
Thursday we were back in here, late night session.
Mhm.
Episode 95,
With Mr.
Mason Nutt.
from BustaJack. Now, I feel like I say this after every guest, but that was probably in my top 3 interviews that we've done.
Mm.
I reckon it was just such a casual, fun chat
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
someone that we've obviously had a little bit of back and forth on social media and stuff, but just a super fun guy to talk to, and yeah, I really enjoyed that one. It was one of those ones where we kind of conscious of time. You don't want it to run for 4 hours or whatever, but so you kind of conscious of time. It's one of those ones where we could have kept going
Oh yeah.
and just chatted about golf and
we've
everything.
we've talked about, and anyone that listens to episode 95 will hear us all. We've talked about the fact that we could do this again.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
He was such a nice dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's crazy because we've said it before. You have one conversation from. I mean, he's someone who you watch
Yeah.
at home in your downtime. He's got wicked content.
You're one conversation away from Josh Allen.
You know, but it's just it is. It's one of those things. It's like, okay, you kind of feel a part of their world for an hour of their
definitely.
time. But they're just super, like he said, you know, even with, you know, like Josh Allen and Austin Reeves and guys he has on their channel, it's like they're just people.
Yeah.
And it's it's a really good thing to be able to talk to these people in that kind of setting and just have a relaxed conversation with them.
I do love that about this maybe certain bunch of creators.
Yeah.
That kind of crew, like BustaJack and Grant and these guys, they just seem so normal.
Yeah, so genuine and nice. And the thing is as well with this sort of stuff, it's so easy to see people that go the other way and are very standoffish, are very like, you know, they're just kind of in
jealous.
Jealous, trying to get stuff out of people. But when you have people like that, and I used the example of Jay Reeves. Yeah. The nicest guy ever. Yeah. You know what I mean? And just such an easy chat.
Shake and vac from the miso.
But I think that's what it's all about. It's not about, you know, some kind of status thing. It's just making connections with new people and having a good chat. So
growing the game, Whitey.
Oh, so that's what it's all about. Anyway, Mason's a part of that class. I think anyway. He's such a nice guy.
Key points from episode 95.
The Masters.
Oh, well, Rory.
His hatred towards Rory.
Just handshake emoji between me and Mason Nutt.
Yeah.
I think him talking about the Wes Bryant stuff.
Exactly, and that's kind of what I was talking about before as well, how genuine he was. And there's certain topics you would think, oh, you shouldn't say that about the PGA Tour, or you shouldn't say that about this person or that person. Nah, fuck that. He was just talking exactly how he felt.
But he was a straight shooter though, because listening back to it, he said, "I'm not trying to trash the PGA.
Yeah,
I'm just pissed off with them at the moment."
Yeah,
it's like
that's fine.
And that he was also one of the ones.
It's like you know, like I like you, but I can be pissed off with it.
Come on, man. You know you want to kiss me.
He was, I mean, that for me was like one of the easiest conversations having with someone. But yeah, I mean, all of our guests, and I've said it like you said, they're all awesome people.
Yeah,
they're super gracious with their time, and we hope that everyone that listens to this podcast enjoys their story and wherever they are in the world of golf and how they fit into it. That's why we have them on. But guys like that on the YouTube part of golf, I guess. They're awesome. I'd find what they do really interesting, and like he said, guys like Austin Reeves and Alex Caruso and Corey Kispert and all that sort of stuff. They wish they had his life, and he wishes he had theirs. So it's a cool thing. Definitely, as we said, go check out their channel if you haven't already. I guarantee most people that would listen to this would have already checked out.
Yeah,
I said it in the last episode. You should be already on it.
Now, on that as well, just before we move on, our YouTube, it's new.
It's very new.
Go.
It's still got that new car smell.
Yeah, go check it out.
Yeah,
we're not just a face for radio.
We're
not even on radio.
You know what? Let's really put it on our listeners and subscribers here.
Yeah. Uh-oh. If you don't do it,
Steve's going to
pretty much there's nothing we can do about it.
Listen to me. Do what you want.
Let's really throw this shit around.
Okay. What do you want, monkey?
Don't give people
Stop throwing shit around.
All I was going to say was just a gentle reminder that it's there. Don't threaten.
No, I'm just going to say let's
threaten lives. What are you doing?
No, I'm not threat. There's no threat.
Okay.
You can't threaten people wearing that shirt.
Yeah. You're no threat to anyone.
There's no threat. It's just a call to action.
Okay.
Hey, like, share, subscribe.
That's all you got to do.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely, we've got a few videos there. There's going to be there is going to be more stuff coming. But yeah, we've obviously got the episode. So if you're not just wanting to listen to it, and you want to watch us sit here in a room.
What was the
and talk?
What was the movie where the guy deliberately wears a pink shirt or a loud shirt and goes into a bar so people will pick on him so he can start fights?
That wasn't Stickman. No, Pool Hall Junkies? No.
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels?
Wasn't it a pool movie?
Are you saying that's why you're doing this?
Because you're saying
Because I'll fight you right here, right now.
Wasn't it a
Hot crack.
pool movie?
I don't know. Was it Pool Hall Junkies?
I reckon it was.
You know what I'm talking about, though. There's a guy that deliberately wears like a pink shirt.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
just
it's
in the hope that people will start on him.
I'll start on you.
I'm pretty sure it's a pool, like around a pool hole. Anyway,
Tangent.
Yeah.
so yes, get on YouTube and not only check out those fantastic people, but us too.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be more stuff coming on there.
Yeah, there is.
And get in early.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, it's Live Week.
Yes, it is.
It is Live Week, and just we're going to get to it.
Yeah. Pump the brakes.
I want to talk about something else that came across my desk.
You're hiding things from me. You both know about this, and I'm the only one that doesn't, so...
Apparently I know about it. I know what he's talking about, man.
Yeah. That's all good then.
Our good friends over at Golf Crew Australia.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Leon.
Yeah, Leon's the man.
Leon sent me through a message, and he said that what I'm going to say is something that they've been discussing in their group chat lately, and it's been blowing up. Like there's a range of handicappers in there from very low to very high, and it's kind of a real split. Similar vein of what would you rather,
Okay.
but a bit of a talking point for us here.
Okay.
Sort of get our opinion on.
This is news to me.
You don't know this?
No.
Okay. So, not a what would you rather, but kind of like which one of these are you picking? It's your round of 18, 17 pars, 1 birdie, and a 71.
Wow. How many people do I have on my team?
It's just you.
Okay.
This is your round.
Okay.
So you got 17 pars, 1 birdie with a score of 71. Or 8 pars, 2 eagles, and 8 doubles for a score of 78. Or 14 bogeys, 3 doubles, and a hole-in-one for a score of 90.
I need to have this on a chart or something so I can see it.
So 17 pars, 1 birdie for a 71.
Yep.
What was it?
8 pars, 2 eagles, 8 doubles
For a
78.
And what was the other one?
14 bogeys,
Mm-hmm.
3 doubles, and a hole-in-one for a 90.
So is that my caliber of handicap
Well,
now?
it's just what would you...
Yeah, I guess it has to apply to you currently.
How much do you love the hole-in-one? Would
Is
you
there a
take
goal?
a 90 for that?
But it's
90 would still be my best score, so this is hard. So it's a hole in one and my best score.
It's different for all three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, is it though?
So is that question regardless of your
I know
handicap?
which one I'm picking. Do you want me to go?
Yeah, go on.
I'm going 17 pars, 1 birdie for a 71.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards that too.
Yeah, definitely. That's the
I've
cleanest
Although
golf.
I've said it before and I'll say it again, my main goal when I go to play golf every time is to shoot the lowest score possible.
Yeah.
Now,
Which, I mean, for me still is that 90 and the hole-in-one.
yeah, but like, if you're giving me 3 options and it's to shoot the lowest, then I'm still probably gonna take it.
The problem with this
for those
this
3
question
options anyway.
Yeah, the problem for this question for us is it's these scores aren't obtainable right now for us. Hey, being real.
Me on my day.
But there are people in the Golf Crew group chat that obviously these scores are attainable for.
Yes, yes.
But
So
again,
let's put ourselves in
let's
the
just
shoes
say
of
you
good
are
golfers.
who you are. Hey,
I am who I am.
Anything on the anything on the day is possible.
Oh yeah.
Let's just say, as you are now,
Yeah.
out of those 3 options, which one are you taking? I still,
71.
yeah, I'm taking 71.
Yeah, well, okay. Ultimate goal is, like you said, to shoot the low. I'm almost leaning towards the one in the middle. Because
Say that one again. Sorry.
8 pars, 2 eagles, and 8 doubles for a 78. The
eagles.
thought of hitting 2 eagles in one round really
That's
appeals
nice.
to me.
Yeah, but the cleanness of the 71, you're just getting all
Shooting
these,
one under par.
Yeah.
Is that a little boring though?
No.
It's
Not for me.
It's 17 pars.
Yeah, true.
I
Not for as we
Links,
are now.
yeah, Links Lady Bay, 3 pars in a row. I was holding it in, but I was like, oh my god, I've cracked it. I am golf. With 3 pars under my belt, I'm like, I am golf.
17 pars.
Yeah.
one birdie.
Yeah.
You got one hype. Oh no, I sound arrogant.
Nah.
Yeah, I get hyped for a par.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
very so that's the thing. What we're talking about is this me right now, or
Because
is this
you-
in a
you-
different
You
reality?
you think about the score, right? There's pars and a birdie. Imagine, so as you are now, how good does a par feel? How good does a birdie feel? Imagine that for the whole round.
Yeah, and the thing is as well,
That's
like
nice golf.
if these scores were relevant to our current skill. It sounds like I'm being very harsh, but
Yeah,
I'm
well.
not shooting a 71. I'm not. I don't lie about my scores.
Okay, so
Hey,
I'm going to
yeah,
cheers.
cheers.
A pirate laugh to that.
I take back my tip of the crack goes to Whitey this week.
Anyway, yeah, if those scores were kind of like,
Jack.
okay, the 90 for me, the 90 for me is like a 110. The 70, what was it? 78 for me was like a 100, and then the 71 was a breaking 90. Then that would change for me.
You lost me.
Yeah, no, you overcomplicated it.
No?
You were up here before when
Did
you
you
had
say-
the...
I think you lost me because I think you actually. I don't know. I'll listen to it back when I listen to the episode.
So I'm saying if the scores were relevant, so that the 90 score with a hole in one, the 90 is supposed to be a high score, obviously. So that would be like a 110 for me.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I get
so
you.
it's-
but bear in mind, there are other golfers in Golf Crew that
Yeah.
are of the same skill level as us.
How did they? What did they vote?
Well,
I wonder.
I don't know.
I
I don't have that information
See,
in front of me.
and I think that's the
the thing about ethics.
it's a high score with a hole in one. It's a pretty good score for you with some great holes.
Yeah.
Or it's your best round.
Yeah.
But nothing like crazy.
Okay, let's. What are you taking? 'Cause
I'm
we-
gonna. You know what? I have to be different.
Of
I'm
course
gonna
you do.
take the 78. The
Okay.
8 pars, 2 eagles, 8 doubles.
So you ruined what I was going to ask next, but I'm going to ask us two.
Mm.
So then take away that 71 option
Yeah.
out of those other two. What are you picking?
78.
Yep.
You didn't like your hole in one,
I love my hole in one.
But he's
but
already
you
got
want to
one.
shoot a 78 more than a 90.
But he's already got one.
So
No. So that. So the scoring of a 90 and a 78 is too big for me. So I would always take the 78. It's too low of a score. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but a 90's good.
So if those two scores were like, the 78 was my lowest score ever, and the 90 was, my okay round, but had a hole in one, then I'll take the hole in one.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah, I get you.
So if that 78 was a 90, and I had eagles and this and that and blah, 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 but the 91 was a 100, I think I'm making it too complicated.
I'm taking the 71.
I'll take the 71.
Short answer.
Yeah.
That's good.
I like the roller coaster. I like the 8 pars. 8 pars is good.
8 pars is
I'll take 8
fantastic.
pars.
I can tell you like the roller coaster with that shirt.
2 eagles. I love the 2 eagles. I love the high of the 2 eagles. And
Yeah, an eagle would be nice.
see the 8 doubles kind of. If it was like
Yeah, but
8 doubles, are
doubles,
good. Doubles are fun.
I eat up doubles.
It depends. The way you got to look at it is you're like, do you want to talk about how good you were for the whole round or for one hole or 2 holes?
78's still good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I get you. I'm taking 71.
I'd take the 71 still.
The more that I see this, the 78's the obvious answer
Okay.
Okay.
because you've got the highs and lows. You got a good score. You're only shooting 6 over.
You don't have to justify it to me.
I feel like I do a little bit.
No, you
No,
absolutely don't.
You be you. You be your own flower.
Well, shout out to
Yeah.
Golf Crew Adelaide and to Leon for that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
That got us talking.
If you haven't checked out
Golf Crew.
Golf Crew,
Do
do that.
Please do.
Absolutely.
A couple of good events coming up actually as well.
What a lovely event we have here.
One that we were notified of today. We were
Yeah.
notified of today that we're going to try and
Yeah, we'll talk to you about that later on. I'm definitely
Okay.
keen.
Yeah, I think we've got to play that one.
Yeah, keen as a bean.
Right.
So,
Live Week,
Live Golf is back.
It's been a while.
Mexico.
Has it been a while?
It has been a while. We've had the Masters. Oh,
True.
Little recap.
do we need to recap the Masters?
Just a tiny little recap.
Rory won.
Rory won.
Yeah, Rory.
I mean, it was
Bryson
we
didn't get it.
we
done.
recapped it with Mason.
We
No, I
did.
know,
We
yeah.
did. We touched on it with Mason.
Yeah,
Let's have our
No.
own little chat about it.
just a little 2-second thing. Yeah, obviously Rory got it done. Grand Slam, completed the Grand Slam.
Yeah.
I got to admit, guys, I cried.
Did you?
I wept.
I didn't.
I think, and it wasn't so much because of Rory. I think it was just what Mason said.
Yeah.
And like whatever Masters, it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's whatever story there, it's the best one.
Yeah.
You know, it was good. And I think just seeing someone go like with that much emotion, and then like everyone said, the weight lifted off his shoulders.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is sick. I love the Masters. It's so good.
Oh, was it the best? Was it the best you've seen?
For me, it was because
Yeah.
I think
Despite the
because of how much hype there was, obviously, or expectation for Rory to win and complete the Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Because it was Rory v Bryson, unfortunately, that didn't quite. I thought it was going to be good.
That's just something else I wanted to touch on a little bit was the fact that leading into the last day, the storyline was Bryson versus Rory. We all ate it up, like, you know, can Bryson take him out? Who's going to take, you know, whatever. But yeah, there's a bunch of golfers. It's anyone's game still.
Yeah.
Someone can have a bad day, someone can have a lights out day, and they're right in the mix.
I think that's what was so cool about it was there was the Bryson v Rory storyline heading into Sunday, and then even in the first 3 holes there was
four holes. There was
3 shot swings.
Yeah.
and, and it's just crazy. Obviously they're changing the lead, and then all the other people that were there. So you had Oberg again, Justin Rose,
like Mason.
Oberg had
Pat Reed was around the mark. Like
Oberg had a disaster on the last hole.
How's that?
Yeah.
Did you see that? That cost him $500,000.
Yeah, ridiculous.
But yeah, so many stories throughout that final day.
Mm.
But then just we get the we said Rory on 13 when it looked like he was going to just completely drop the ball again. Then he hits some amazing shots again, and it's just unbelievable golf. And you're like, oh, he's dialed again. And then it comes down to the final hole, and he misses the putt to win it.
Yeah.
It goes to a playoff. Justin Rose, who has been playing, he played an unbelievable first round, and then an unbelievable final round. He gets to a playoff again like he did against Sergio.
Yeah.
Who Sergio had played his 100th major. It was just all these crazy
There's a
little
lot of
storylines. So it was awesome. I really was kind of pulling for Justin Rose just because I would love to have seen him win it. But I think, as you said with Mason Whitey, I think like just Rory getting it done, that kind of storyline is done now.
Yeah,
and it's completed.
I
and it's
didn't. I
sort of
didn't
like
want
that's the end of it.
Rory to have he is the choke artist. That's his legacy. Like
I just
that
didn't
would have
want
been.
I just didn't want that to always be the storyline for every major.
Every year for that to for next year
Well,
for it to be again. Is
it's-
this going to be Rory's time?
Or it's all about Rory and not about some of these other golfers.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I want to get to this as well, just a quick point, but there are so many other good golfers that you want to follow their story and
Yeah.
and sort of be about. I'm sort of going off it a bit, but I said to you, Chris, there are some people you love to watch play golf and some people you hate to watch play golf. And Oberg is someone I absolutely love watching play golf.
Yeah.
He's so good to watch,
Mm.
and he's going to be good to watch for years.
He could
Zach-
be anything.
Zach Johnson
Yeah.
is probably the person I cannot stand watching play golf. It's like what I said to Chris. It's like watching him and someone's hit the fast forward button on their remote and left it on ×2.
Yeah. Right.
It's like he's moving
yeah.
like he's taken something. You know,
Yeah.
I love that for once it's not me.
I was like, what is he doing? Is this real? Like I thought
never
I sat
noticed
on
it.
the remote. I was like,
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I couldn't stand watching him play golf for the entire 18. But yeah, no, I'm glad he got it done.
Yeah.
And again, that's not the storyline.
No.
Although, you know, in other podcasts that I've been listening to, and is now that he's won this major, is it going to unlock the door to win
A bunch.
more?
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah.
The weight's lifted, the pressure's off. It was just really funny. I had a meeting at like 8:00 that morning, and my supervisor, he's really into golf as well. He's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Let's just watch the rest of the Masters." For whatever reason, the footage I had on my phone was before his, so I was trying to hold in everything that happened, and he's like, he fucking hit it in the bunker. I'm like, I know. He needs to get up and down to win. Oh my god, like just holding the yeah.
I spoke to someone the other day who was actually there on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, you kidding me?
Yeah, Pete went over.
Oh yeah.
I'll just give you the brief rundown. Had the golf trip of a lifetime.
Mm.
Spent 14 days in the US. Played Pebble Beach twice.
Wow.
Played Trump Doral. Went to the Masters on Saturday and Sunday. It was like the once in a lifetime golf trip.
Mm.
But he said, you know, like it's incredible. It's everything. It's better than you think it's ever going to be.
Yeah.
But he made an interesting point that there was a lot of like everyone was going for Rory.
Yeah.
No one was really going for Bryson, which I found interesting because he's become so popular. But on that final group, everyone was just really was all about getting Rory over the line.
Well, that's what I.
But at what stage was he following him though? If it was the start of the day, I reckon.
No, from the start of play on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I just think it's one of those things. I think everyone just kind of went, he's poised to win it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
It's his time. He was in good form. He couldn't choke it away again. He definitely freaking tried.
Yeah,
He
oh my
definitely
god.
tried.
Missed parts.
I've said my
in
things.
the bunker. Yeah,
I've said my things about Rory, but that was undeniable.
Yeah. The way. Yeah.
Oh, he's
Look, I'll say I had my when Mason and I were joking last week. I had my smirk. Here comes Sunday Rory,
Yep.
and for him to actually that quickly get that out of his head and get back on track and go on and win, that's
He had to.
fucking phenomenal.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
he had to.
some of those shots you just can't help but look and go, that is
Ridiculous.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's crazy good.
Yep.
So that's Masters done and dusted.
Mm.
All
Now,
right.
back to the live.
Let's get back
Yeah,
to Liv.
baby. Here we go.
We're in Mexico this week.
Yes.
Yes, baby.
I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of the course.
Yeah, do it.
But we're not in Mayakoba, we're in Mexico City.
Mm.
So new course. Now, from what I've heard,
Just spilled shit.
What's wrong with you? Just
this course promotes longer ball flight. Now, there's some long holes on this course as well. We knew that Trump Doral was a long course. I'm going to give you a couple of holes here. Hole 6, 625-yard par 5.
Ooh.
Hole 11, 622-yard par 5.
It's a 7-shot hole.
And the other par 5s, there's, par 4, 8th, is 525 yards. So this is no joke, this course. This is
Lengthy.
lengthy. But this course was also the host of the WGC Championship that finished up back in 2019.
Mm.
So it hosted it from 2070 to 2020 in Mexico.
2070.
2017.
Yeah.
2017 to 2020.
Mm.
And if I give you the winners of these 4 years events, it makes for interesting reading.
Mm.
So in 2017, Dustin Johnson won.
Mhm.
In 2018, Phil Mickelson won.
Mhm.
In 2019, Dustin Johnson won. In 2020, Patrick Reed won.
Mm.
So the 4 years that it was held in Mexico, 4 current Live players won the event.
Interesting.
All Americans. Very interesting.
The first time in Mexico
First
City.
time in Mexico City. We were in Mayakoba last year where Neiman got it done.
So let's, because it feels like it's been a while.
You want to recap some stuff.
I want to recap some stuff. So obviously we haven't revisited current standings, leaderboards, etc. So it feels like it's been a while since we've had some live action.
Yeah, it really
It has
has.
been.
Obviously, it's been a nice sort of tie, but I mean, we only had Miami, not too long yet, really. But I feel like the Masters was such an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
Obviously there was a couple of miscuts and things like that. Obviously for
Some
pretty
guys.
disappointing. Again, Cam, he looked like he was probably going to be in the mix after the first day. And
What did you think of the jacket? Cam's jacket. Did you hear one of the experts was saying that it was about keeping his arms restricted during his swing, and I don't think that had anything to do with that.
I
I think Cam just
fashion.
likes to party.
Yeah.
Cam said he had a discussion with whoever it was at Grayson and said, it'd be really cool if you just wore a suit, like a blazer, to the thing, and he did.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was cool.
They tried to
It was
palm it
something
off as some technique training thing.
Nah.
Don't overthink it.
But yeah,
Bowling out.
unfortunately, Brooks missing the cut.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. I mean, he had the 18th that cost him, wasn't it?
DJ missing again.
Yeah.
Sergio
Phil
missing.
Sergio was a surprising one.
Yeah, well, he was my tip.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a couple that didn't make it. I thought Neiman again might have done a little better than he did.
But a couple of the wily old foxes just love Augusta, don't they? Bubba Watson, Patrick Reed. You can never count Patrick Reed out
Yeah, did he
at
come
Augusta National.
second in the end? No.
Third.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, and like Mason said, that dunk.
Yeah, that was
like,
huge.
If he'd started that run a little bit earlier.
Yeah. Look out.
But yeah,
I said it in the group chat.
Yeah.
Patrick Reed comes from nowhere.
And do you say, just if you're going to say something, do you reckon Bryson lost it or Rory won it?
I don't know.
Because I feel like, because Bryson took the lead, I kind of feel like he lost it. Even though Rory played so well.
Bryson's irons and his short game
He just
deserted him on Sunday.
That last day he just wasn't on. But I don't know. The whole...
Because
I feel like people just have good and bad days.
Yeah, no, but he was in, like, you got to look at it like this is professional sport, right?
Yeah.
And and I get that, but I feel like he was in as good at any position. I mean, he took the lead, like, like he was there to win his first green jacket, like, I kind of feel like he let that's going to be one that I think and he said, you could hear him on one of the holes, he turned to his caddy and said, I'm just playing terribly. I'm just not playing well.
I think he took momentum in after Saturday, overnight. I don't think he did enough. Like, he took the lead early on, but I don't think he went on with it enough to consider himself a chance to win it. I think Rory won it.
Okay.
I think the pressure that he was under, especially after dunking the ball in the water, forget the pressure from any other player, but the pressure internally, I think Rory, I'll give it to Rory. Rory won that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a couple of live players there, but obviously would like to have seen a couple more of those guys up there. So standings in live.
Where go top 10?
Top 10.
Top 10 current standings. Waco Neiman is in first place. Sergio Garcia second. John Rahm third. Mark Leishman, after his last win, is in fourth.
Couple of junkyard pits.
Burmese fifth. David Pooge sixth. Sebastian Munoz 7. Carlos Ortiz 8. Adrian Moronk 9. And Brooks Koepka in 10th.
Where's John Rahm?
Third.
John Rahm is third.
Oh.
After Sergio.
Nice.
Teams? Run the whole list. Fireballs 1, Legion 13, 2, Ripper 3, Crushers 4, 4 aces up to 5th, 2 back-to-back podiums for 4 aces. So
I was going to say, better year this year.
Yeah. Torquay 6, Stinger 7, High Flyers 8, Range Goats 9, Majestics 10, Cleeks 11, Smash 12, and Ironheads 13.
Smash 12, that's a hard one.
Yeah,
that's a hard pill to swallow.
Smash and and Cleeks, because it looked like Cleeks were going to
turn it around a bit.
sort of have a bigger year. But not at the moment.
Can't seem to get it right. And Ironheads just, Not really moving the needle.
So we're going to do tips,
Well, yeah.
but we also got to recap some tips, some counting.
Well, yeah. Okay. So I don't know if you love this, but I counted. So Whitey's moved to the top of the leaderboard.
Shooter.
Whenever I'm not top of the leaderboard, I don't like it. Yeah.
So Whitey got the tip in Jules,
Yeah.
and he got the Masters.
You pick Rory.
The
Well,
favourite.
You can be boring and win.
That's true. You're boring.
I'm still down there on 0, so
Oh, donuts.
don't ask me anything.
So tips then.
Well, why don't you guys go first?
Okay.
Okay.
Give me your individual winner of Mexico City.
You going to go? You want me to go?
There you go.
Sebastian Munoz.
Now, did you just pick a Latin because we're in Mexico?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
It's
I'm going Dean Burmester.
I like that. I like Patrick Reed.
yeah. I like all 3 of those tips.
I read you like a book.
He's had you
Pat
know,
read you like
like
a
I
book.
said, he's had success here.
Remember this wink?
Yeah, yeah.
He's had success here. He was coming off hot form in the Masters.
Yep.
I think he carries that on.
All right.
You don't believe him?
No, he sounds
I just remember the wink.
condescending
All right.
tone.
No. So teams. So we got Munoz,
Yep.
Burmester,
Patrick Reed.
Patrick Reed. Teams.
I reckon Legion. I feel like Hatton's going to have a better week. And, yeah.
Started well too at the Masters, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, Chris, you go.
You're going to say Chris, you go.
No, I haven't made up my mind.
4 aces.
Nice.
I'm going the clean sweep. I'm back on board.
You back on board the
Never
aces?
mind the hat that I'm wearing.
I'm going fireballs again.
Abe answer. Mexico, is that?
Okay. The reason I'm picking Burmester and fireballs because I feel like they got David Pooj who drives the ball really, really far. Burmester drives the ball far. I feel if they got these big holes but then I think fireballs they're accurate everywhere around the course, you know. And I think they're a good balanced team.
I think for me, the fact that DJ and Patrick Reed have both won here, I think experience is going to count for a bit.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I guess we'll see.
Wait and see.
All right, now we've got the big part. The big part of the show.
Dun, dun.
Well, fantasy.
Fantasy.
Yeah,
If you look over my left shoulder, you'll see that the screen is green.
Yeah.
A green screen. And that's because Green Machine took the win at the last event in Miami.
It's hit a bit of a flat patch in the podcast.
Yeah, I was
hasn't
going to say. Why are you taking such big pauses between
Yeah,
everything you say?
it? Yeah, that zest has kind of gone out of it now.
No, so obviously Green Machine got the win in Miami. I'll recap the scores. So in third place overall, Bounce GC with 197 points. In second place, the Junkyard Pigs, 250 points. And in first place, Green Machine GC, 263 points.
All those Albros.
So, Green Machine has won 3 events. Junkyard Pigs 2 events. Bounces yet to.
Just like my tips.
Donuts.
Can you do me a favour, Stephen?
Yeah,
Can you please run the squads?
I'll run the squads in a moment, Chris.
Yeah.
So
Fucking calm down.
yeah, so
Wait your turn.
in Miami, Bounce GC finished last in that event.
Thanks.
So you get the first pick,
Ooh.
Yeah, but can you run the squads, please?
Chris, shut up.
You get the first pick. The second pick will go to the Junkyard Pig. So they
You're
had
beauty.
24 points, and Green Machine have the third with 43 points.
Can you run the squads now?
So in Chris, shut up. So in case anyone is
run the fucking squads.
if someone is tuning in for the first time in episode
Explain it,
96,
Steve.
we do a fantasy league here
Do we?
on the Watering Hole podcast.
Nice.
Chris is Bounce GC, Stephen, me, Green Machine GC, and Whitey's Junkyard Pigs GC. Oh, he's almost taken
I've
it.
already
Taking out the
taken
studio.
out the fucking shit.
We all have players, obviously, and then we go to the live points as how we get the points, and then they add up, and guess what happens from there.
Oh.
But we all have a squad, and then we make some moves as well. You'll get the gist of it by the end of this episode.
Now, Steve, can you give us our squads?
Yeah, of course, Whitey.
Thank you.
So,
Makes me so mad.
Bounce GC,
Yeah.
Dean Burmester is your captain. Brooks Koepka, Cam Smith, and Dustin Johnson is your starting 4.
It's good 4.
On your bench is Ben Campbell and Lucas Herbert.
Nice.
Green Machine GC, John Rahm is the captain. Bryson DeChambeau, Abe Answer, and David Pouge. And on the bench is, you got to be Tom McKibben, and Ortiz.
Young Bucks.
Junkyard Pigs.
Here we go.
Waco Neiman is the captain. Tyrrell Hatton, Sergio Garcia, and Louis Oosthuizen is the starting 4.
Ooh.
And on the bench is Munoz and Moronk.
Ooh.
All right. So, first of all, is there any trades?
Well, tickle me.
I'd rather not.
What do you want for Serge?
For Sergio?
That's never going to happen. He's never going to
Give me
trade
Rahm.
Sergio.
You want Rahm for Sergio?
Look, let's be real. Live in the real world.
Sergio's coming second. Ram's coming third. What's the?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
What would you offer me for Sergio? Go on.
Maybe like a packet of Tim Tams.
Bryson? You love Bryson, Whitey.
You do love Bryson,
Do I?
You're a Crushers guy.
Am I?
aren't you?
Maybe.
What about McKibben?
What would you give up for Bryson?
Or what, you want to undo the deal that we've already done?
I remember Chris saying, I miss Bryson. I'm a Bryson guy.
All right, so no trades?
Well, no, you haven't come at me with anything.
I'm not. What
I feel like every week it's a... So what do you want for... Like, there's no one coming to the table with anything.
Oh, no, I think that your asking price is always tipped in your favour. You got to be realistic.
Yeah, but I'm not the one asking for a trade.
No,
I'm
no,
never...
no,
I'm never the one asking for a trade. So if you're the one asking me for a trade, you have to put more on it.
No, that's not the way trades work.
Or then I decline your trade every time.
Well, that's why I never come here.
Oh, there we go. Let's move on.
That's why you're not on my speed dial. All right, no trades.
Yeah.
No trades?
No trades.
You got anything you want to offer me for any of my studs?
Studs.
Look, hypothetically, what would it take for me to get Patrick Reed out of your lineup?
There it is.
Well, you wouldn't have to do much considering he's not in my lineup.
He's not.
No.
And remember I said,
Yeah,
remember the wing?
exactly. I was about to say. And you do have the first turn.
Oh, well, that makes that easy then.
Yeah. Do your research, Chris.
He actually, I was pestering him to run the squads and I didn't even listen when he did.
Yeah.
Idiot.
So,
All right, well, I guess that makes my first
yeah,
move.
should we even bother or
Do
should we
we-
just move on?
Let's move
I,
on.
I think we can all guess what I'm going to do with my first move.
Remember I said, remember the wink? That was
Yep.
exactly, yeah. So the first move for Bounce GC is, he's going to ask me who's on his squad.
Yeah, no.
Nah,
Who's
it's,
gonna drop?
It's business ethics.
it's going to be goodbye to Lucas Herbert
Lucas.
and Patrick Reed's in.
Okay.
P. Reed. Junkyard Pigs. You've got the second move. I think I know what you're going to do,
Do you?
but I don't know if you should.
Moronk's out.
Oh,
Herbie's in. Ching ching.
that's not what I thought you were
No.
going to do.
Moronk's so disrespected on this podcast.
Yeah.
Moronk?
Yeah, he's just thrown around and no one really cares for him as he...
What about
Deserves
Herbie?
to
You just
be.
dropped Herbie like a hot potato.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, well, what?
doesn't really fit. Doesn't really fit what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
What do you want for DJ?
I'll listen to this.
Ooh. Because you do want Bryson. That is
I
true.
don't know if I got Bryson to DJ.
Package deal.
That's a bit much.
Why don't you take another one of my draft picks as well? Well, what would you?
Package deal, I reckon.
What if? I don't know. Talk to me.
Something like a Carlos Ortiz sort of.
Nah,
For DJ.
no, mate.
I mean, Ortiz is.
Okay,
To be fair, Ortiz
don't
is sitting
see-
in 8th.
you don't even.
You've won two. How many years in a row?
You don't-
I got to be aggressive with it.
Ortiz has had a podium and a 4th place finish
True.
this year,
It's true.
and we're in Mexico.
You see, you don't listen to your own advice. You say the big names just because they're the big dogs. You gotta just go beyond that.
I'm trying to pull for Chris here. I
That's
want him
it.
to get more out of the
See?
deal.
Yeah,
I think it should be Ortiz and Bryson for DJ.
I like that. I'll do that deal.
I bet you would.
Look, you got to move the needle a little bit.
You got to make him.
I'm willing to listen to the offer, but it's got to be.
Yeah. What exactly
look,
is the offer?
My offer is a good player for a good player.
Okay. So what is that?
It's
You're trying to take a guy away from me that has won twice professionally on this course.
it's not even about that, to be honest.
I think it is.
Actually,
think
that
it is.
that actually hadn't even come in my.
Has anyone
mind.
picked up Phil Mickelson?
Yeah. So now we're going to take Phil.
Maybe.
What else you got?
No, that's
You
what
don't
I'm
have
offering.
Reed, but so
No, that's right. I don't.
He's got Bryson, Rahm, and then
Okay,
a bunch
well,
of the
all right,
young
Rahm.
guys.
Oh yeah, it's that's good.
That's fair.
Just talk amongst yourselves for a 5 second, would you?
oh, he's going to try and engineer something.
I'm just gonna do a little bit of research here. Just you guys talk amongst yourselves.
Do we have a countdown soon?
He's
No.
got to. Yeah,
No.
You can't be doing this.
What do you mean?
You guys have advantages. You got laptops in front of you.
You got a phone?
You could bring a
Yeah,
laptop.
you know. I'm just gonna look at Instagram. Start scrolling.
I'm just I'm just tickling. I want to have a look at the standings here and just see where we're at. You guys don't want to talk amongst yourselves?
No, well, let's just. Come on. We don't have time for this.
Yeah.
Are you serious about making me a real offer?
What do you mean?
Because you're going to have to do better than Ortiz.
Nah. Well,
Oh, well,
that's-
let's not worry about it. Let's not waste any more time.
Yeah.
And let's keep things moving.
all right.
So you've got the third move. This will take another 5 minutes.
I
man.
know.
McKibben is gone,
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
and Phil Mickelson is in.
Oh. You got talked into that.
No, I didn't. He's 12th. He's
Yeah,
had a- he's
Phil's
had a-
Phil's
he's had
having
a
a good.
He's had a third finish and a sixth finish.
He's doing well.
You are stupid. You didn't get Phil.
I've got a.
I kind of just. This is my my fairy tale run of the three-peat. If I can get it done and Phil's in the team, that's nice.
I've got a dilemma.
What's your dilemma?
Bringing Patrick Reed in.
Who do you drop?
Yeah, I was thinking that when you picked him up.
Only 4
Good
people on
luck.
the team.
I mean, I could stick him as emergency and just hope for an injury.
If you think he's going to win, I'm not going to tell you
Oh,
what
this
to
is
do.
going to be controversial.
I don't think it will be.
Yeah, this is going to be controversial.
Go on.
Yeah, I already know what he's doing.
Patrick Reed's in.
Is it?
Cam Smith goes to the bench.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's not controversial. That's what I would have said to do.
I would have done that.
No? Why not?
I'm going all in on the 4 aces this week.
Yeah, I like it.
Hey, I've got to be aggressive.
For me,
The Junkyard Pigs' second move.
Louis is on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Sebastian's in.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
That's cool.
I'm just being a pest.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, that's a big move.
Cam's just, he's not hitting the mark.
He did have T. He finished T9 in Miami. He did get me some points.
He moves done.
Move is done. And to be fair, I'm looking at the standings right now. DJ's in 28th and Cam's in 29th, so it makes sense.
I'm really shaking it up this week, and this is controversial.
You're putting Ram on the bench, aren't you?
He's
You
taking
crazy
he's
kid.
taking the captaincy away.
Yeah.
No, I'm taking the Abe Answer to the bench
It's Mexico.
in Mexico City.
It's
I know.
Mexico.
I know. And Phil's in.
Nice.
Phil's
Hey,
in.
Phil's.
Yeah, that three, Phil, Bryson, and Ram, that can do some serious damage.
Phil's had 4 starts this year because remember he didn't play in Riyadh,
Yeah.
and his worst finish is a T23.
He's in some form.
I'm kind of because I was looking. I was going, well, Ortiz. He's had a second finish and he finished 4th in Miami. I was like, I could bring him in. I thought, Puig has been pretty consistent. 6, 4, 18, 4, 14. So he's been in the points every time.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, Abe Answer's just
Abe was pretty terrible in Miami.
yeah, and he's kind of gone 12, 10, 46. I don't know. So it's like, let's see how we go. Let's bring in Phil.
I like it.
Let's give him a chance.
There's a couple of bold moves. Whitey could pull ahead here.
Nah.
It's not going to happen.
You know what?
Surely not.
I got faith in my
All right.
4 aces. Dogs.
Let's get the emergency. So, Chris, you got Ben Campbell and Cam Smith.
Well, let's say Cam Smith will be E1.
Lucky Cam. My emergency is going to be Ortiz. Jeez, Abe Answer's been shafted.
Phew.
And Junkyard Pigs, you've got Lucas Herbert or Louis Oosthuizen.
Louis.
Oosthuizen?
Yeah.
Not Louis Herbert.
Sherbet.
Sherbet.
Jeez,
All right.
Cam Smith must really hate me.
Yeah.
He does.
He's been thrown around like a junkyard pig.
And you dropped him for an ace.
And I disrespected him in person. Yeah,
exactly,
with the hat.
with a 4-ace
Yeah.
hat. You son of a bitch.
And you insulted his jacket.
I didn't insult the jacket.
I'm joking.
I like the jacket.
Yes.
I might wear one next week on the show
Please don't.
with this pink shirt underneath.
Cool.
All right. So let's recap the teams. So Bounce GC is Dean Burmester captain. Brooks Koepka. That's who I would have dropped.
Really?
Yeah.
It was between Cam and Brooks.
Oh, definitely Brooks.
No, it was between Cam and DJ.
Pat Reed, Dustin Johnson is starting 4 with Cam Smith is your emergency. Green Machine is John Rahm captain, Bryson DeChambeau, Phil Mickelson, David Puig with Ortiz as the emergency. And Junkyard Pigs, Waco Neiman captain, Tyrrell Hatton, Sergio Garcia, Sebastian Munoz, and Louis Oosthuizen as the first emergency.
Very nice.
Now, can we, before we move on,
Mm.
can we have a look at the drop zone? Let's have a
Yes.
look at the players that are at the other end of the
Okay.
We can.
spectrum.
Yes.
So, 49th,
Mm-hmm.
Yubin Jang, Ironheads.
Yeah, in trouble.
He's going to go give me a quick answer on each of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brendan Steele, 50th,
Ooh.
Adelaide winner last year.
That hurts.
Yeah, it's trouble.
51, Lee Westwood.
Ooh.
No good.
Big trouble in Little China.
52, Wade Ormsby.
Yeah.
53, Anthony Kim.
Hello.
He'd be right.
I can see some shoots there.
Yeah.
Mm.
He's right.
54, Ian Poulter.
Pults.
2 Majestics in the drop zone.
But they both have shown some form this season. I mean,
Westwood-
glimpses.
Glimpses.
I don't know.
Gone.
No.
Ollie Schneiderjans.
Trouble.
He's only been in 2 events.
Trouble.
Frederick Ketrup.
Trouble.
56.
He's in deep shit.
The source.
And 57, Stiff, John Catlin.
Yeah.
Out of all of them, you'd actually pick John Catlin to get out of the drop zone.
He's the man.
Yeah, so, but, good to see Elise Meadow and Brandon Grace just sitting above the drop zone. So
That's it.
they've been poked.
Big poke.
Well, that's Live Mexico. I'm not sure what the time difference is going to be for us. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty
Early.
ordinary.
Yeah.
So we'll wrap that up
Mm.
in a nice little package.
You got something else for us?
Well, we're going to touch on our golf.
Oh, it's very brief.
Do we have to?
Very
I don't,
brief.
really
I don't have much.
I don't have too much to say here.
Yeah.
Nah. I've just got to get practicing now.
No, hang on. You got news from the weekend,
What's that?
didn't you?
Oh, I played okay. It was nothing great. But, took out my grade, so I get the $45.
45 big ones.
Bought myself a hat, so that was cool.
Do you know the pro shop is, we have to spend our pro shop money before June, FYI.
Yep.
So I got to spend some cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get...
Don't tell me what to do.
Come on, get some stuff.
I need to
man.
get some stuff.
Get some gear.
I'll get some gear. No idea.
Hmm.
Anyway.
Your golf?
I've been at the range a lot.
You're always at the range.
Well, we watched some of the footage back of that video we did,
Videos.
and it sparked some things. So I've worked
disgust.
on yeah. So I've been working on a couple of things at the range. Seem to have worked a couple of things out.
That's good.
But not really our golf, but kind of local golf. Send a bit of a shout out to the Seacliff Golf Course.
Oh, yeah.
The
former Marion
Golf Club's been revamped.
Yeah.
Is it open now?
Yeah, I
think
think
it's
so.
open. I think the clubhouse. I think it officially opens.
If it's not now,
Maybe
it's
next
very
week.
soon. Yeah.
I drove past there today, and there's still fencing around it. So I think they're still working on it, but it's. I think you can play there now.
Might have to check it out.
Go check it out.
Have a swing,
God, I love golf.
Oh, I'm all about it.
I love that Liv's back.
Liv is back.
My weekend's sorted,
Mm.
Is that it?
and it's Anzac Day Friday, so you got the public holiday Friday.
Yeah, I'm thinking-
Long lead in.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might try and squeeze in a couple of rounds this weekend.
Did you end up playing Monday?
Nah, I was sick as a dog.
Oh, okay.
Could we play Friday?
Oh.
I can't.
Dawn service first.
Mm.
Get out and do dawn service.
We'll see how we go. All right, so is that all we have time for?
I think so.
All right, well, that's everything. Again, if anyone that hasn't seen him, go back and visit episode 94 with Peter Malinauskas and 95 with Mason Nutt from BustaJack. That's all for episode 96. We're creeping up on the 100.
We need to celebrate 100 somehow.
We do. But that's all we have time for. Thanks again. Ciao.
See you
Bye.
next week.